Alright guys, we're here with the Pokemon break. Let me get the links dropped and then I will switch over the screen to the random part. To YouTube, to Facebook, and we get rolling. We've also been going live on Twitter under our @CharmCityBreaks account. Just so you guys know. I don't think Twitter's a great platform right now for streaming. I think it'll get better over time. Give me 1 second. There's something dripping and I wonder if I didn't shut the sink off all the way. Gonna switch over to this screen though and then we'll run a little quick random. But 1 second. So the air conditioners are all separate, like based on the units, and the person above me's air conditioner was dripping on the window, like on the window in the bathroom, slightly broken, so it was dripping on the window, and I was like, "What is that noise?" All right, let's get this random ram. This is gonna be Twilight Masquerade. We'll click 3. We'll switch this to 4. Get a dice roll of 7 or higher. Just going to take these names, straight fill them over next to the energy, and then I will explain the first couple packs exactly how this works. Essentially, the energy you get does not matter, just like whose line is it anyways with the points, as they don't really matter. It just kind of matters what's in that pack when your energy gets in the pack itself. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I know there's a couple new people in this one, so they might not fully understand. I know David was asking about it and a couple other guys were asking about it. So hopefully some people will watch the video and be like, oh, that makes sense. That's actually pretty cool because it's normally the response that I do get once they see what the format is, because there is a chance to pretty much hit any of the best cards in it. Obviously, we have the energies. I'm going to put this over here on the normal team list on the side. Now, the team list is only obviously in the upper right-hand corner, as it's not long enough unless I duplicated it over and over again to make it a thing. Overhead camera is on the bottom left-hand corner. Just gonna unplug the keyboard that was dying when I came in the shop, and we will get rolling. So the way it works is obviously we're gonna open up booster boxes, 3 booster box break, and we are going to open up the packs one by one. We'll give Cal here real quick. Still a nice rare. Still good luck charm, even if it's not sports. I was going to say, but I'm going to open up pack by pack. Each pack is, I mean, not necessarily going to go to a different person per se, as in you could get back-to-back packs, but typically it doesn't happen too often. So for every pack that gets opened, and I know I explained this in the comments, but I will re-explain it while I'm doing it. So we'll get into the first pack here. So every pack has an energy in it, which is the 8 energies. You either get darkness, fighting, fire, leaf, lightning, metal, psychic, or water. So this would go to whoever has leaf, which in this case is David. So then we go through the Pokemon and you get the entire pack. We have Tangrowth, Venipede, Chansey, Dracloak, Tatsugiri, Dipling, Jamming Tower, Ariados, Frostlass, and in this pack you got an Iron Thorns EX. And that will go to David. I put on the ones that are hits, I put the energy in the back to make sure that they go to the right person in case we get duplicate hits, because that can happen. And then everything stays on camera, so you'll actually see that, let's see, Leaf is 4 down, that the pile for everybody's cards actually stay on the side, and then I'll just bag them up. I hope that's explanatory if anybody that's watching doesn't quite understand what's going on, so just let me know and I'll try to further explain. As for the packs, I'm just going to go scroll through essentially to the foil cards, or they're not called foils. People call them shinies, I was going to say, but this is going to Lightning, just for sake of the fact that we're breaking 3 boxes. So we have Helioptile, Aggron, and Enamorus. If you ever want, well, personal boxes, I can just sell them to you if you don't want me to open them here. But if you ever want me to open any personal boxes on camera, I'll go through every single card for you. If it is, but just for the sake of having to go through 3 booster boxes, and it's not taking almost 2 hours. And pretty much the set's only so big. So once you get past the first booster box, you've pretty much seen every card. We have Dipling, Heliolisk, and Teal Mask Ogerpon. This is going to fire on the full art for the Heliolisk. Gonna go to Steven Walkstein. Hope this is one of the ones you need, Steve. I know we've pulled quite a bit of them. I know you're trying to finish out the back end of your set. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. We will run the tier 1 after this. We have Venipede, Glylai, and Walking Wake going to water. Actually, going to slide all these up a little bit more. The mic's kind of in the way. The MLB draft first round was tonight. Some interesting things. A few guys slipped in the draft. Not necessarily surprised they slipped, because obviously a lot of the MLB draft is like, are you willing to take a pay cut? Volbeat, Darimaka, and Heatran. Like the guy the Orioles drafted, I know he technically dropped in the draft some, but he also might not want to get paid below slot, so maybe some teams thought he wasn't worth what the slot price is where they were picking at, so they just passed on him, which happens more than you think. That's how the Orioles got Gunnar Henderson, is they paid over slot, and then in the back end of the draft, they can get to draft as good a player as Lucian, Conkeldurr, and Dragapult. EX going to fighting. I mean, the 2019 draft was still ridiculous nonetheless, but that is essentially what happened. And now it's fighting, which is going to Michael. It's kind of crazy to think about how the MLB draft works. We have Whirlipede, Corphish, and Frostlass. By the way, anybody watching that hasn't been a Pokemon break, the members or the people in the break are getting all of the cards. I'm just going to pretty much where the hits would be at if there is a hit. We have water, and that's going to be Teal Mask Ogerpon, Fenzindipity, and Greninja. EX, not the big boy, but still one of the better, from my understanding, one of the better playable cards in this set, from what I read. Hey, how are you doing, Legend? Water. Hope you're having a good night. What kind of legends are you building? We have Fire, and that's going to be Appling, Probopass, and Heatran. On the Fire. Going to Steve. Got Leaf, and that's going to be Apom, Poliwhirl, and Fenzindipity. Darkness, and that's Poltergeist, Monferno, and Iron Leaves. Going to Darkness. Fighting, It'll be Abapom, Nose Pass, and Kieran on the full art. Go to fighting. And Michael. Lightning. That's going to be Wattrel, Militic, and Blood Moon Ursaluna EX on the Lightning. Psychic, Pinsir, Litwick, and Monkey Dory on the Psychic. This will be the first Psychic pack we got. Late start for Jason. Doesn't know. Doesn't really mean anything with 108 packs. Got Fire. We're gonna have Brute Bonnet, Unfair Stamp, Chimeco, and Infernape on the Fire. Full art off the Chimeco. For Fire, and I believe that's Steve. Still not sure how I feel about the Fuchsia trainer and item cards. We have Lena's Aid, Chi-Yu, and Luxray EX full art going to Darkness. And that's going to Christy. Nice looking card. We have Water, Farfetch, Tinglu, and Zapdos. We have Froakie, Carmine on the full art, and Arcanine. Metal with the full art, Carmine. Go to Steve. I can't remember which trainers are the better trainers in this one for like the Wafu fanboys. We have Grookey, Girder, and Infernape. For Psychic. We got Leaf, and that's going to be Poliwrath, Hyper Aroma, Lauren, and Monkey Dory. Hyper Aroma going to Leaf. Fighting, and that's going to be Dracloak, Revavroom, and Chandelure. On the Fighting. We have Darkness, we have Sunflora, Glimmet, and Tinglu. Yeah, Lightning, it's Myenya, Seeking, and Iron Leaves. Hold up 1 second. Shut the door to the break room by accident. His air conditioner is not getting in. It'll get mightily hot if I don't. Since there's no central air, we have water, we have Apabomb, Illumise, Floette, and Arcanine. For the water. Got Lightning, Tilisk, Walking Wake, and Wellspring Mask, Ogre Pond EX. The art on this is definitely interesting, for sure. We got Fighting, it's going to be Morpeko, Turcoil, and Blessy EX. Going to Michael. Metal Sunkern, Florges, and Zapdos. Going to Steve on the metal. Yeah, Fire, Brute Bonnet, Aran, and Alakazam. On the Fire. Got Leaf, that's going to be Glamora, Chansey, Darmanitan, and Darmanitan, and Alakazam. Let me just check out Darmanitan's name. Too many N's and I's and T's and B's and A's. We're going to have Psychic. We have Appling, Slurpuff, and Tinglu. We have 6 packs left in the first booster. Got Fire, and that's going to be Trevenant, Fione, and Cornerstone Mask, Ogre Pond EX on the full art. Going to Fire. Steven Walkstein. It always looks like he has dreads in this photo. I don't know if the mask actually has dreads or not, but it always looks like that's dreads. Could be wrong, but... Leaf, that's going to be Snorlax, Frostlass on the full art, and Fenzandipity. It's going to Leaf and David. On the Frostlass full art. Metal is going to be Lucky Helmet, Sand Shrew, and Okie Dokie. Fighting, Sinistcha, Palafin, and Feds and Dippity. Going to Fighting, and Michael. Leaf, Scoliopag, Lamora, and Sinistcha. And we got Water, going to be Emolga, Slugma, and Sinistcha. On the Water. That's going to be the first booster box. Yeah, I figured that was one of the better ones when it came to the trainers. The more anime looking they are, normally the better ones they are. The ones that look like they aren't the side story in the animes is normally the trainers that do better. We have Darkness, Heracross, Swirlix, and Mag Cargo EX. Oh, so that's like the good one. Mag Cargo in the Darkness. What I should be doing is switching this to this. We have Dipling, Chimecho, and Screamtail EX on the Fighting. Yeah, I seen the set still had some pretty good selling cards in the secondary market. I didn't really jot down what the best ones were. Other than I know the Greninja alternative art's still like the #1 chase card. We have Boomerang Energy, Tadbulb, Crawdont, and Sinistcha. Going to Metal. We have Darkness, Enhanced Hammer, Sandagast, and Chandelure. It's Darkness right there. Yeah, I know the Greninja's up there for sure. Which is why I don't understand why it's $240. I don't understand why it's so much more than other hits of recent sets. That's like the #1 hit. We got Caretaker, Sandslash, and Chandelure. Get Fire. We have Rillaboom, Jinx, and Enamorus on the Fire. I know when I was talking to some people, they said that the half set that's coming out, which I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. So there's a couple legendaries in there that are gonna be good price single wise if they have secret alternative arts. We have Puchenya, Farah Giraffe, and Teal Mask Ogerpon. Metal. Psychic, Leafeon, Chimchar, and Alakazam for the Psychic. Yeah, that's it. Shrouded Fable. I'm going to have Shinx, Finizen, Okie Doogie for Lightning. I have Swanna, Clefable, and Hearthflame Mask Ogerpon EX. Going to Leaf, which is going to be David. We have Fire, Carmine, Vulpix, Dragapult EX on the full art, going to Fire and Steve. I'm gonna get worried. This was a slow box to start. And Tangrowth, Torkoal on the full art, and got an Enamorous behind it. Going to Psychic and Jason. I try to do some full case of ETBs, and I can't remember if they have a promo in them or not. I gotta go and look at this set. We got Festival Grounds, Palisand, Luxray EX. When they announced the set, I was in Colorado Springs, and whenever they had me do my pre-order for it, I was down in Disney World, so I haven't really looked into the set enough. And then with Topps Chrome and Finest and Museum Collection all coming out for baseball and some Leaf stuff, I've been trying to focus on getting price lists done for that and researching what's in the checklist. We got Tangela, Cramorant, and Heatran. I'm gonna figure out what's going on with Shrouded Fable fully. I know I'm gonna go at it on the website tomorrow for pre-orders. I thought the last one didn't have a promo in it. Or did they have a promo in it and I just completely disregarded it? We have Water, Luxio, Frogadier, and Teal Mask Ogerpon. Oh, that was it. It has a promo in it, but there wasn't two kinds. There hasn't been two kinds since the one that had the teal box. Temporal Forces. We have Darkness, Tatsugiri, Heatran, Monkey Dooray. Yeah, because it has the it has this guy, right, as the promo. Got the teal mask one. Because even the Stellar Crown set, we have Poltergeist, Clefairy, and Infernate, doesn't have two types of ETBs. It's just this. It's just one. Which I don't understand Pokemon's philosophy between having two and then one. I don't understand why they don't just have two with different promos. I guess because they end up being different prices in the long run. We have Ogre's Mask, Timber, and Monkey Dewey. Because like if you made like an Ursaluna promo and the ETBs, it'd probably sell better than an Ogre than a mask, than an Ogerpon mask. We have Leaf, then Love Ball, Eevee, and Arcanine. I think these Eevees do really well too in the secondary market, if I'm not mistaken. Going to David. I think they're in like the $60+ range. I could be wrong, but Eevee full art. Arcanine here. Yeah, I thought I seen them going up in price. That was the one card I was watching because it was the one that I was like, I don't know why this Eevee stuff always does really well. Anything with Eevee and all the evolution, it seems to be something that people enjoy. We have Psychic, Dreepy, Iron Bundle, and Frostlass. Got Darkness, and that's the Wacky, Lampent, and Heatran. Yeah, I know they're from TCG Player. I figured as much. Fighting. We have Hassel, Goldeen, and Frostlass. I have Lightning, Appling, and Enamorous, and then Palafin EX. Lightning and Michael. Yeah, Metal, we have Bellybolt, Growlithe, and Greninja EX. Go to Steve. We have Apom, Monferno, and Infernate. Going to Psychic. Water, Hyper Aroma, Poliwag, and Iron Leaves. I've also noticed too that Paldea Evolved has been going up because of the Magikarp. Like the sealed box has been going up, and I know the card's like well over $100 now. We have Lightning, and that's Phantom. Skarmory, and Zapdos. Darkness, we have Bug Catching Set, Poliwrath, Screamtail on the full art. Going Darkness. Oh, nice. I was gonna say. I remember we pulled a couple in breaks whenever it came out, and it wasn't super high yet, and I was like, this is going to be Legacy Energy, Flabébé, and Fens and Deputy, because I think there was a trainer card that came out that was like the main chase, right? Let's say you're also getting a lot of these Fuchsia cards. You got this Fuchsia Legacy Energy. A lot of them, like the trainer cards in the first set was I cannot think of the chick that's like floating in air. Reminds me of Syndra from League of Legends when she does her ultimate, but it's not like her name's not Syndra. I cannot remember her name right now. But I think the second chase was to begin with was another trainer, if I'm not right. We got Cook, Halucha, Walking Wake. But I figured the Magikarp would end up being a big chase because it was a chase in the Japanese stuff. It wasn't like a big chase, but people in the Japanese cards were chasing it for the art. Cannot remember what. I know what. I can see the cards, but I can never remember their names for the trainers. But I know in the first set it's still the trainer. We have Spinarak, Abra, and Venzen Deputy. She has blue hair and like she's almost like floating with like her arms out in her chest. I cannot remember what the card name is right now in the base set. We had Kilowattrel, Snorunt, Tinglu. The one that was in Paldea Evolved was the alternative one of the one girl that's like outside of a building and it looks like it's like almost wintertime. But I can't remember her name either. Iono, that's it. Yeah, Iono was in the base set. We're gonna have Iron Lee's, Poliwhirl, and Alakazam. Can't remember what the what Paldea Evolved was. We have Darkness, we have Accompanying Flute, Ninetales, and Hassel. The Pokemon version of Draco Malfoy. We have Darkness, Christy, getting the Hassel full art. Got 2 more packs in the second booster. We have Psychic, and we have Ducklet, Nosepass, and Alakazam. Leaf, and it's going to be Wattrel, Kadabra, and Teal Mask, Ogerpon, EX. For a Leaf, going to go to David. In the third box here, anybody waiting for the tier 1, we will run it after this, so we'll probably be live around 10:45 or so. Yeah, I think Eevee was the best card in the second box. We have Fighting. We have Illumise, Torkoal, Greninja, EX. Third one. 3 boxes, 3 Greninja EXs. Just the base. Going to Fighting and Michael. We have Fire. We have Brute Bonnet, Cramorant on the full art, and Frostlass. Got Darkness, and we have Dreepy, Jinx, and Iron Leaves. On the Darkness. Also, Mike, let Dylan know if you ever want anything graded through CGC, and I'll give you a price for Pokemon stuff. I think through PSA, unless you're like reselling, it's not really ever worth it to get anything graded. But if you're just looking for stuff for your PC through CG, like if you want to get anything graded through CGC, let me know. We have Floette, Chansey on the full art, and Walking Wake. I don't know if that's your thing or if you put them in like binders. Like, I mean, I'm going to make an assumption you're a little bit older than I am. But just based on your relationship to Dylan, we have Chansey in the full art. Dope looking card. But CGC grading's not too bad price wise if you're ever looking to put anything in a slab. Every time he brings you up, I always want to mention it to him, and I always forget. Like, I'm busy at work doing something else, or so since you're watching and it just popped in my head. We have Fighting. We have Belly Bolt, Abra, and Screamtail EX. On the Fighting. Psychic, we have Eevee, Aran, Monkey Dewey. I have Leaf, Phantom, Poliwrath, and Walking Wake. Yeah, man, of course. I was going to say it's, like I said, I mean, I'm sure you probably keep up in the Pokemon community based on knowing what TCG player is, among other things. But obviously CGC is like one of the, it's pretty much like the number 2, right? It's like what Beckett is in sports cards, or I guess SGC is kind of overtaking Beckett. But most of the stuff when I graded for like my collection, Perrin, Lampent, and Infernape is all through CGC for Pokemon cards. I mean, now I brought almost everything I have that's graded, other than some of the stuff that I won't like ever sell over. They should have, well, some of it's in the shop to be displayed. We have Water, Emolga, Glaceon, and Arcanine. We have Metal, Hyper Aroma, Slugma, and Vezendipity. Go to Metal on Hyper Aroma. should probably like read one. Search your deck for up to 3 stage 1 Pokemon. Reveal them, put them in your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Oh, so I guess these are like pretty powerful. It sounds like based on the game. Yeah, I was gonna say, I just think the price to, like, you're not, based on how much it, because well, until I spend an exorbitant amount of money at PSA, I'm not considered a retail location. We're not considered a retail location. We have Fighting, we have Zapdos, Sandagast, Monkey Dory, but for CGC, I am a retail location, so they give me, like, a pretty decent price for grading. And the price difference in general, like even if you paid full retail for CGC grading at $12 compared to $19, or maybe I think they dropped Pokemon down to $16. But the half grades in Pokemon, I think in a 9.5 in CGC is better than getting a 9. And we have Sunkern, Okidoji. We have Hearth, Mask, Ogerpon, Flame EX Full Art. I think it's probably better than getting a 9 in PSA. Maybe not. I haven't really... Pokemon was not something I enjoy opening because I like the art. So I never really went around oh, I'm going to collect Pokemon and sell what I like to collect, if that makes sense. So price-wise, I'm not really sure what the... if a 9 sells better than a 9.5 or not. This fire. Well, I just kept seeing the fuchsia cards. I never read one. I was gonna say we have Kilowattrel, Poliwag, Hearthflame, Mask, Ogerpon, EX. But I guess it seems like based on the text, because I played the game when I was a kid, that's their powerful item cards or whatever. So. That's why you're only allowed to use one per, or have one in your deck. Fire right there again. We have Darkness, Appling, Flabebe, and Infernape. Yeah, it's a good game to collect, I was going to say. I have Water, Scoop Up, Cyclone, Hawlucha, and Arcanine. Yeah, I remember them being in, when I was still in the Air Force, them being a thing in 2012 for a little bit. Could be wrong on the time frame when they used to have them. I've seen them before. I didn't realize they were ace spec cards. I thought they were just trying to just add more hits in the product to make it cool. I don't know. We got Snorlax, Crawdont, Palafin. Leaf. Got Lightning, and that's going to be Caretaker, Chimchar, and Alakazam. Lightning. Ooh. Ducklet, Snowrunt, and Vezin Deputy. We have Lightning, we have Dipling, Kadabra, and Tinglu. We have Psychic, Heracross, Arcanine, and Oki Doogie on the Psychic. Got Darkness, Tadbole, Vulpix, and Chandelure. Yeah, Fighting, that's going to be Puchenya, Chimecho, and Chandelure on the Fighting. Fire, Rillaboom, Chandelure, and Teal Mask Ogerpon. Darkness, Chansey, Garafarig, Dragapult EX. Darkness. Psychic, we have Spinarak, Phoebus, and Oki Doogie on Psychic. We have Fighting, Shinx, Timber. I'm just say such a good Pokemon name. We have Timber going to Fighting on the full art. He's a Jim Duggan Pokemon right there, Timber. Beat you with a 2x4. We have Water, Tangrowth, Timber, Sinistcha, EX. On the Water. Water again, Leafeon, Ninetales, and Enamorus. Got Darkness, and that's going to be Raffort, Clefable, Teal Mask, Ogerpon on the Darkness. We have Lightning, and that's going to be Myenya, Finizen, and Zapdos on the Lightning. Metal. It's going to be Luxio, Goldeen, and Enamorus. got Leaf, Tangela, Growlithe, and Heatran. Psychic, Tansagiri, Frogadier, and Sinistcha. Last three packs here. Metal, Poltergeist, Clefairy, Lena's Aid on the metal. Psychic, Thwackey, Alakazam, Sinistcha. And let's see if we can get some last pack magic here. Yeah, I know. I was going to say the Kieran's going for a lot too. We have Lightning, and that's going to be Eevee, Varoom, and Walking Wake. On the Lightning. Do one extra pack. City in Flames. I was going to say, not of. So let's see if we can get a Charizard here. Got Lightning, Scowling, Glimmet, and Thunderous. Oh, no Charizard, but I figured I would give it a try. Pack's been staring me down all break. No, let's say. For those that did, congratulations. For those that didn't, hopefully a better luck. Well, everybody hit something. For those that didn't hit monsters, hopefully a better luck next time in breaks. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. We have Lena's Aid, Sinistcha, Timber, Dragapult EX, Palafin EX, Hearth Flame Mask, Ogerpon EX, Wellspring Mask, Ogerpon EX, Screamtail EX, Blood Moon Ursula EX, Cramorant on the full art, Greninja EX, Teal Mask, Ogerpon EX, and Hassel on the full art. Screamtail EX full art, we have Greninja EX, Palafin EX, Iron Thorns EX, Luxray EX, Torkoil, full art, Dragapult EX, Hearth Mask, Ogerpon EX, Screamtail EX, Magcargo EX, Frostlats on the full art, Heliolisk on the full art, and Blissey EX. We have Chansey on the full art. We have Chimecho on the full art, Luxray EX full art. We have Carmine full art, Greninja EX. We have Dragapult EX on the full art. We have Hearth Mask, Ogerpon EX full art, Eevee full art. We're going to have Kieran on the full art. And then we have Corner Mask, Ogerpon EX full art. And that's going to be the break. I appreciate y'all as always. I don't know if I probably won't throw up another Pokemon until next weekend just because of Chrome. It's probably going to they'd probably get lost in Chrome. I can throw one up. It's kind of a different group of people. I don't know. I'll take a poll and see kind of what you guys want because I obviously have the Scarlet and Violet, like obviously set 1 through 6. I still have some 151 booster bundles and ETBs. I have the other one that's the Paldean Fates. I have a bunch of Crown Zenith. Silver Tempest booster boxes. I mean, Mike's been in the store. Like, I pretty much have everything that's come out in, like, the last 2.5 years. So maybe I'll take up a poll with different sets and see what people want Pokemon-wise for breaks. Maybe that'll get some of the people, too, that kind of don't check because they're like, oh, he just runs baseball or sports. And see if we can get a poll of, like, what sets people want to see broken in the group. But yeah, I will see you guys. We'll put up the poll tomorrow and go from there. Appreciate y'all as always. You guys have a good night and be safe if I don't see you back here for the baseball break. Oh, I know. I was just say you're not the only one that's told me, Mike. I know by far. It's because I think I'm the only place that has sports cards, and the Pokemon profit margins aren't great. So there's a lot of people that can't afford, I should say, to order a lot of it and sit on it. Because in reality, I ordered the Silver Tempest, and when I ordered, they gave me options to buy booster boxes of Silver Tempest and what's the other set that has the dragon in it that looks like a big ass bug? Oh my god. Lost Origin. So Lost Origin and Silver Tempest, when they gave me the option to order a bunch of booster boxes, they were like, "Oh, we just got a bunch more of these in the last print run they're ever going to do." It was the same time that Paradox Rift had just come out the week before. So, like, if you're only a Pokemon shop and you don't have the capital sitting around to buy all those boxes, like, then you just missed out. Because pretty much he was like, all right, well, the first week they limited them, and then after that it was pretty much all you could get. Like, is however many you wanted to order, so I'm not that big. But there's other people that, like, if you go to, like, what was Clutch Cards, or, like, one of those big places where they're pre-selling and they sell hundreds of booster boxes, you know they were like, all right, well, I'll take an order of, like, 100 cases. So after that first week, if you didn't have, like, the money, you weren't getting any, because they're going to sell to the bigger guys before they sell to a small guy. Because it doesn't make any sense. It makes more sense to make the bigger company happy if you're a distributor than the small company. So I think I'm not making an excuse for the other shops, but I think a lot of it is they either don't hold on to it or they just don't order enough. Or they just are like, oh, this is old, so I'm not going to order it because it doesn't even cost a little bit more. But what they do too is they also I don't think I have one of them back here, per se. Oh, they would do stuff like this. You have to buy, like, for every booster box you have to get, which this one's open, but for every booster box you buy, you have to buy a trainer's toolkit. So, like, if, let's say you bought 6 booster boxes of Lost Origins, you would have to buy 6 of these, which these are only, like, $11 or $12 from the distributor, so it's not like they're crazy, but, like, at the time, Lost Origins was only selling for, like, $130 on TCG Player, so, like, now it's only really selling for $125 or $115 if I buy it, and I gotta pay somewhere in the mid-90s range for the box. Like, is it worth me buying a bunch of it? Like, I know long-term Pokemon never goes down. Like, it might be stagnant or it might be way below MSRP at some point in time, but Pokemon over time always goes up. It might not go up exponentially fast. No, I know they don't. I mean, personally, but here's in my head, I was like, well, if I go buy, because at the time I bought 36 booster boxes of Lost Origins. My thought process was, if I buy the 36 boxes now and put in the investment, long term they're going to be MSRP if I don't get rid of all the booster boxes right away. So, like, in the long run, I'm going to make money. But right now, I'm going to have to just pretty much treat it as, oh, it's like an investment. Like, and the thing is, too, is, like, I sell pretty much everything at market. I don't try, like, when the market's down, I sell it at market when it's down for Pokemon. When the market's up, I sell it, obviously, above what market is. So it's one of those things where, like, if I keep everything at market and I'm not trying to be, like, MSRP when new stuff comes out and then market... And then if it goes above MSRP, sell it above market. Like, if I just keep everything at market, like, when you're buying the sets early on, you're benefiting. And then later on, if you want to chase something later on and the hits are worth a lot more money, you just have to pay the premium. It just kind of... For Pokemon, I run it like that because if not, people aren't going to come in and pay $160. Because the MSRP on a brand new box is supposed to be $162.50. I've never seen any company other than Pokemon.com or like Dave and Adams try to sell the boxes at, like, the MSRP when it first releases. So yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know how some people sell it at, like, the 110. Like, if you sell a box at, like, 110 or 105, by the time you pay the credit card fees, you're probably losing money or just breaking even. I don't know how some of the companies, I think, are just running their company at a loss, hoping that they buy so much of it that, like what I just said, like, over time, if you buy so much Lost Origin, it eventually goes up. You just have to wait that, like, 2-year period or whatever. I think that's what some of the bigger companies do, I would assume. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't know what their business model is, because it can't be a very good one. I mean, it's one of the reasons why Clutch Cards went out of business. They were huge, and they over-leveraged themselves, and then the bank started asking for their money back, and then they couldn't pay them. I mean, then they went out of business. That's why there's like six different cash advance places that have a lien against their business, and they're taking them to court. But either way, I appreciate you guys. Like I said, you guys have a good night and be safe. We'll put up the poll tomorrow, and we'll kind of see what other people are looking for and go from there of what boxes we want to throw up. Appreciate y'all. Catch you later.